Today we're diving into one of the most talked about names in American performance history, the legendary Camaro. The 2026 Chevrolet Camaro represents more than just a new model year. It represents evolution, survival, and the stubborn refusal of muscle car culture to fade away. In a world rapidly shifting toward electrification and digital driving experiences, the Camaro name still carries the echo of raw horsepower, tire smoke, and straight-line dominance. To understand why the 2026 Camaro matters, we need to remember where it comes from. The original Chevrolet Camaro debuted in 1967 as Chevrolet's answer to the Mustang. It was bold, aggressive, and unapologetically American. Over decades, it evolved through multiple generations, sometimes loved, sometimes controversial, but always performance-focused. The 2026 model carries that lineage forward into a very different automotive landscape. The 2026 Camaro embraces modern design without abandoning its muscle car DNA. The body remains low and wide, with a long hood and short rear deck, proportions that scream performance. The front fascia is sharper and more aerodynamic than previous generations, with slimmer LED headlights and larger air intakes to feed cooling systems, designed for serious output. The rear keeps its signature muscular stance, with sculpted lines that look fast even when the car is standing still. Inside, the transformation becomes even more apparent. Chevrolet has moved toward a fully digital cockpit. A wide, curved infotainment display integrates driver information, performance data, navigation, and connectivity features into a clean interface. Materials feel more premium than older Camaros, addressing past criticism about interior quality. The cabin remains driver-centric, but now it blends performance heritage with modern tech expectations. One of the biggest discussions surrounding the 2026 Camaro is powertrain direction. Chevrolet, under the umbrella of Chevrolet, is operating in an era where emissions regulations and electric technology dominate planning decisions. While traditional V8 enthusiasts crave naturally aspirated thunder, the future likely includes hybrid assistance or full electric variants. There is strong speculation that the 2026 Camaro lineup includes multiple configurations. Entry trims may feature turbocharged 4-cylinder engines for balance between performance and efficiency. Mid-level trims could use an updated V6 for drivers who want traditional power without going full V8, and performance variants may either retain a high-output V8 or transition toward hybridized systems delivering instant electric torque alongside combustion power. If Chevrolet introduces an all-electric Camaro variant, it would follow the broader strategy we've already seen with performance EVs emerging from General Motors. Electric motors provide instant torque, which means brutal acceleration from a standstill. That characteristic aligns surprisingly well with muscle car philosophy. Even if the sound is different, muscle has always been about force, and electric motors deliver force immediately. Handling is another area of evolution. Modern Camaros are no longer just straight-line machines. Magnetic ride control, advanced suspension geometry, and improved weight distribution allow the 2026 model to compete, not just on drag strips but on winding roads. Steering response is tighter, body roll is reduced, and braking systems are engineered for repeated high-speed deceleration. Technology also plays a larger role in the driving experience. The 2026 Camaro is expected to feature advanced driver assistance systems, including adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and enhanced traction management modes. Performance driving modes allow drivers to adjust throttle response, suspension stiffness, steering feel, and stability control thresholds. In other words, the car adapts to whether you're commuting calmly or attacking corners aggressively. Let's talk about market positioning. The Camaro has always competed with the Ford Mustang and Dodge Challenger, with the Challenger moving toward electrification and the Mustang exploring hybrid and electric territory. The 2026 Camaro enters a battlefield that is shifting rapidly. Traditional muscle cars are transforming into high-tech performance platforms. Pricing will be a crucial factor. Chevrolet has historically positioned the Camaro as a performance bargain, delivering serious horsepower for a relatively accessible price. If the 2026 model maintains that philosophy, it could attract both long-time enthusiasts and younger buyers looking for an affordable entry into performance culture. Demand will depend on how well Chevrolet balances heritage with innovation. Purists value engine sound, mechanical feel, and simplicity. New generation drivers prioritize connectivity, sustainability, and technology. The 2026 Camaro must bridge these two mental worlds. Resale value is another interesting dimension. Historically, Camaro performance trims, especially limited editions and high output Variants hold value well in enthusiast markets. If Chevrolet produces a final internal combustion Performance Edition before transitioning fully to electric platforms, that model could become highly collectible in the future. Automotive history shows us that, last of its kind, vehicles often gain cultural significance. Globally, American muscle cars have a unique identity. In markets outside the United States, the Camaro represents cinematic Americana, burnouts, open highways, and rebellious energy. Even as emission standards tighten globally, the symbolic power of the Camaro brand remains strong. Fuel efficiency, once almost irrelevant in muscle car discussions, now matters. Turbocharging, hybridization, and lightweight materials help improve efficiency without sacrificing performance. Engineers are using aluminum, high-strength steel, and advanced manufacturing techniques to reduce weight and improve rigidity simultaneously. Safety standards have also progressed dramatically since the Camaro's early days. The 2026 model incorporates modern crash structures, multiple airbags, and advanced electronic safety systems. This evolution shows how performance vehicles no longer require compromising on safety or practicality. The emotional side of the Camaro story cannot be ignored. Cars like this are not purely transportation. They are mechanical expressions of personality. Owning a Camaro has always meant choosing boldness over subtlety. It's a statement machine. The 2026 version continues that tradition, even if the soundtrack changes. From a cultural perspective, the Camaro has appeared in movies, games, and car culture events worldwide. Its aggressive design language and performance reputation make it instantly recognizable. The 2026 model carries that visual aggression forward, but refined for a digital era. Production strategy will likely determine how long the Camaro name survives in its traditional form. As automakers transition to electric platforms, performance branding becomes more about acceleration numbers than engine displacement. The Camaro badge could evolve into a performance sub-brand, similar to how other manufacturers treat iconic performance names. Ultimately, the 2026 Chevrolet Camaro stands at a crossroads. It represents both an ending and a beginning. It may be one of the last generations where combustion power plays a major role, or it could mark the dawn of a fully electrified muscle era. Performance metrics such as 0 to 60 acceleration, quarter-mile times, and top speed will remain important. But equally important will be how the car makes drivers feel. Does it inspire confidence? Does it deliver engagement? Does it maintain the rebellious spirit that defined muscle cars in the first place? The future of performance is changing rapidly, yet the Camaro name refuses to disappear quietly. The 2026 model proves that evolution does not mean surrender. It means adaptation. In the end, the Chevrolet Camaro 2026 is not just about horsepower figures or digital screens. It is about legacy meeting innovation. It is about a machine that carries decades of automotive culture into an uncertain but exciting future. For enthusiasts, collectors, and new drivers alike, the 2026 Camaro represents an opportunity to experience a piece of American performance history, updated for modern times but still rooted in muscle car DNA. The road ahead for performance cars will look very different from the past. But as long as names like Camaro continue to evolve instead of vanish, the spirit of driving excitement remains alive.